Hey folks, today we're going underground on Nikon's so-called Pro Club. Is joining NPS or Nikon Professional Services actually worth it? Or is it just another marketing add-on for working photographers? I've had the Platinum account for a year now, so I'm speaking from the trenches. Stay till the end. I'll tell you exactly when it might make sense and when you should skip it. Hi. Joe here from Shutter Speak Photography. It is very nice to see your smiling face again here on YouTube. If you're a portrait photographer, real estate shooter, an event photographer, or someone making a living with your Nikon gear, this video is for you. I'm going to give you an honest look at what it's like to be part of Nikon Professional Services, specifically at the Platinum level, after a full year of experience. For those who don't know me, I've photographed the National Hockey League, major New York City concerts, pop culture events, weddings, families, real estate, you name it. My work has been published in newspapers, magazines, and even landed on a concert t-shirt. So when I say I use my gear professionally, I mean it. And I'm not just talking specs, I'm talking real world use. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you enjoy gear reviews and photography advice with a dash of sci-fi humor. I promise it'll be fun. Before we jump into the details, I want to acknowledge something. I know some folks out there love Nikon Professional Services and have had great experiences. That's awesome, truly. If it works for you, I'm glad. This video isn't meant to knock Nikon as a company or the idea of NPS entirely. It's just my honest year-long experience with the Platinum level. We can disagree and still respect each other. No need for angry comments. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is Nikon Professional Services? NPS is Nikon's support program for working pros, and they offer 3 tiers. The first tier is simply called Pro. It's free to join, which is great. With it, you get access to a dedicated NPS support hotline, priority repairs, and ground return shipping if your gear is still under warranty. You also get early delivery access for new Nikon gear, invites to member-only webinars and events, and a welcome gift. But this tier doesn't include any equipment loans, so keep that in mind. Then there's the Pro Plus, which costs around $199 a year. It includes everything from the free Pro tier, plus a few solid upgrades. You can borrow up to 5 pieces of gear per year, although you still have to pay for shipping both ways. You also get 3 standard cleanings or maintenance services per year, a 20% discount on repairs, and overnight return shipping for warranty repairs. If a repair delay happens, they'll send you a loaner in the meantime. Finally, there's the top tier, Platinum Plus, which is about $349 per year. That's the level I had. It includes everything from the Pro Plus, but bumps up the perks. You can borrow up to 10 pieces of equipment annually. You also get 5 standard cleanings, plus 2 premium maintenance services. The repair discount jumps to 25%, and you get a one-time 10% discount on new Nikon products, which can save you up to $350. They also throw in a free Nikon Mentors online course, which is usually priced at about $249. And when it comes to service, they'll give you loaners even if your gear is in for a standard repair, not just when it's delayed. And they'll ship warranty returns via overnight air. One important thing to know, no matter which level you pick, NPS membership runs on a calendar year. That means if you sign up in December, your membership still ends on December 31st. You pay full price, even if you only get 1 month. That's a huge flaw in the system. Let me take you through some real-world use cases. I tried to use the loaner program to get a lens for a job. The catch, Nikon requires you to pay for outbound and return shipping. And not just any shipping, they require 2-day air both ways. For me, here in Florida, that totaled just under $400. That's right. Now, just to borrow the lens. Now, compare that to a rental house like LensRentals.com. I could get the same lens, round trip shipping included, for around $80. The math just isn't mathing. I broke the rules and I sent my lens back to Nikon using ground shipping instead of 2-day air. It arrived just 1 day later and cost about $170 less. So unless you're in a rush, ground makes a lot more sense, but it's not even an option Nikon allows for loaners. Now, let's talk about support. In theory, as a Platinum member, you get priority access. But in practice, my account was suspended twice due to Nikon's internal errors. Once because they lost a return and shipped it internally to the wrong department. Another time, they charged me for FedEx shipping, even though I had already switched to UPS and communicated it clearly. Both times, my account was locked. And when that happens, you can't even see a phone number or email address to contact support. It's like being locked out of a spaceship with no airlock access. And sure, I eventually got things resolved after some back and forth, but at no point did anyone offer an apology or acknowledge their mistakes. And we're talking about a program I paid $349 for. That level of service should be seamless, proactive, and at the very least, polite. So let's break down the pros and cons. Pros: gear loans included in the membership, which can be useful if you're in a pinch. Discount on repairs and maintenance, priority turnaround for services, access to Nikon Mentors course, and one-time gear discount. The cons: the annual billing calendar punishes late year signups, high cost of shipping for gear loans, and customer support issues, especially if something goes wrong. No direct support access when your account is suspended, and the value doesn't hold up if you don't frequently need service or loans. And honestly, that 2-day air requirement for shipping turns what should be a perk, borrowing gear, into more of a penalty. It adds significant costs and takes the shine off what could be otherwise a helpful benefit. Let's compare that with a rental company. You get exactly what you need when you need it, without jumping through hoops. The cost is predictable, and you're not locked into a yearly contract. And let's be honest, most photographers don't need emergency backup gear every month. Is it worth the investment? For me, the answer is no. I can see how, for a high-volume commercial or sports photographer who constantly needs loaners and fast repairs, it might make sense. But for most working photographers, you're better off renting gear as needed and saving your money. Would I use this program again? At the Platinum level? Probably not. The value just doesn't add up for how I work. But I'm not switching brands. I'm sticking with Nikon. I love their cameras. I love their lenses, and I teach the Nikon Z system every day. This is purely about whether NPS as a service delivers the kind of value that justifies its cost. And for me, it doesn't. Maybe the free Pro tier is fine for now, and I'll keep an eye on any improvements that they might make. So if you're on the fence about joining or upgrading your NPS level, I hope this video helps you make an informed decision. If you've had a great experience with NPS, or if you totally disagree, hey, that's valid too. Let's just keep it civil in the comments and learn from each other. If you found this helpful, give it a like, subscribe for more gear reviews, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear if you've had better luck with NPS, or if you're considering joining, let's get a conversation going. Also, join me in the Nikon Z Facebook group. Link is in the description. It's a great place to connect, share photos, and rant about expensive shipping costs. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you who takes the time to hang out with me here. Your support means a lot. Until next time, stay sharp, shoot smart, and don't let your gear support program airlock you out of your own account. See you soon.